All right, so Luke chapter 4, verse 21. And he began to say unto them, this day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears. So he's letting them know the scripture that was prophesied by the prophet Isaiah, today is fulfilled, because he is the one he was talking about that's going to preach the gospel to the poor, heal the brokenhearted, preach deliverance to the captive, recovering of the sight to the blind, and set at liberty all them that are bruised, to preach acceptable year of the Lord. He said, that's me. This is talking about me. This is being fulfilled right now. Okay. In verse 22. And all bare him witness, and wondered at the gracious words which proceeded out of his mouth. And they said, is not this Joseph's son? Everything was going good, right? So they're like, wow, this is, they're all in a maze with him out, And then after he said that, I was like, wait a minute, isn't this Joseph's son? And then verse 23, and he said unto them, ye will surely say unto me this proverb, physician, heal thyself. Whatsoever we have heard done in Capernaum, do also here in thy country. So he's telling them now, you guys are going to be mocking me soon. And then in verse 24, and he said, verily I say unto you, no prophet is accepted in his home, in his own country. All right. Because they were already started down. I was like, wait a minute, is this Joseph's son, the carpenter? Like, wait a minute. So they didn't want to accept him because he's from their hometown. They know who he is. Like, the jealous and envy was like, who does this guy think he is? All right. In verse 25, but I tell you of a truth, many widows were in Israel in the days of Elias, when the heaven was shut up 3 years and 6 months, when great famine was throughout all the land. So now he's giving them an example. He's going to talk about Elias as Elijah. Remember we talked, Elias is Elijah. Right, so now he's telling them, he's reminding them of the Old Testament story. In verse 26, but unto none of them was Elias sent, save unto Sarepta, a city of Sidon, unto a woman that was a widow. Actually, he's comparing. It's like, you guys not gonna, obvious, you're not gonna accept me because I'm from your hometown. Just like Elijah wasn't accepted in Israel, he had to go to a widow woman in Sarepta, a city of Sidon. And then he's continuing in verse 27. And many lepers were in Israel in the time of Eliseus the prophet, and none of them was cleansed, saving Naaman the Syrian. All right, so Eliseus, that's Elisha. All right, he's the one that took over for Elijah. So now he's telling me, even in Elisha's day, no one was cleansed except Naaman the Syrian. So he's just comparing what's happening right at that moment. They're not accepting the prophet, just like they didn't accept Elijah or Elisha.